Hi, my most amazing artist. So you've probably noticed that I am not here today, and that is because I am getting married this weekend. Woo! So I hope you are super awesome to your sub. She's gonna be taking down names, and if you are really, really great, I will give you an awesome treat when I return, okay? So for this project while I'm away, since it's October and it's spooky season, you guys are gonna be making monsters of creativity. All right, now this lesson is by Miss Cassie Stevens. She's amazing, and we've definitely done some of her lessons before. So I'm gonna have this video. You guys are gonna start with part 1 for the first day. And then if you have a sub a second day, you're gonna finish them up on the second day. So hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, boys and girls, so the first thing you are going to do is you are going to grab a square piece of paper from the cabinets that are against the board, okay? I have all different colors. I chose a pink. And at your tables, you will have your little carriers with a few things in them. You'll have a pencil, scissors, glue, and a pack of oil pastels. They'll either be in this box or in the little white cup that we usually use. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pencil and I am going to write my name. Please make sure you write your name and your class code. If you don't know your class code, it is what grade you are in. So let's pretend I am in 5th grade, a little dash, and then your teacher's name. So let's say I'm in Miss Bryant's class, okay? So that is your teacher code. You will write your first name, what grade you're in, and then your teacher's name. All right, once I have that, I'm gonna flip my paper over and I'm gonna grab my oil pastels. Now, please make sure you keep your oil pastels in the carrier so that other friends can use them in other classes, okay? But now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna pick a few colors that I am going to separate my paper with and make patterns. So you can do this one of two ways. You can make it really linear where you have a lot of lines, like straight lines, breaking it up, or you could even do some type of big curly line, okay? And that could go across the whole paper, like that. All right, now in each section, I am going to do some different patterns. So let's say for my first one right here that I do some stripes, okay? And once you have your pattern, if you want to color some spaces in, you can. All right, but make sure that you're going from edge to edge. So all the way from line to line, or from the center of the page to the edge or the corner of the paper. We want to make sure we really fill up this spot. Now for my next one, maybe I do some curly cues, okay? And instead of leaving all of this extra space, what I like to do is I like to continue my curve so that it fills up all of that extra space. See what a difference that made? All right, so now I'm gonna fast forward and I'm gonna complete my whole paper with different types of patterns. All right, now that my patterns are done, I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut the edges of my paper off, okay? So I'm gonna make a little rainbow curve. Okay, you could do a spiky if you wanted to make yours kind of spiky edges. So I just kind of cut little triangles like that. You can make your monster how you want, okay? So I'm gonna use both of those. So I'm gonna do both the spiky and the curve. Now, remember you want to turn your paper while you're cutting to get those nice sharp edges or to get the nice curve, okay? Now, once I have this done, I've cut my edges. I'm gonna make sure I throw away my paper, okay? Throw this away. Don't leave it at your desk or don't throw it on the floor. Make sure you find a trash can and throw it away. Now, once this is done, this is part 1, okay? So in a minute, we're gonna go to part 2, but this should be what you finished today. Now, please make sure your oil pastels go back in the tray and back in their box. What would make me really, really sad is if I came back to school and I see oil pastels just floating around on the bottom, okay? Please keep your carriers nice and neat for me and the sub, and I will see you guys for part 2. All right, now we are gonna collage our monster. So we are gonna be adding eyes, noses, mouth, and anything else like eyelashes, mustaches, glasses, anything that you want on your monster. All right, so for part 2, you are gonna wanna grab a white paper strip for the eyes, okay? They will be on the white cabinets right by my desk. So, when we looked at this artist loved to make different kinds of eyes. So you can make them circular, you can make them hearts, you could make them even a square if you wanted. So this is where you get to really show your creativity and make your different types of eyes, okay? I am gonna do one big eye and one small eye, okay? So they're gonna be a little different sizes. And it's okay if your eyes are not perfect. Like my circles are not perfect, but that's okay. That's why I sketched them out with a pencil and I just worked on fixing them. All right, so once you have them, you're just gonna cut them out, okay? I'm doing this really quickly. You guys will get to take your time and make them nice and neat. Okay, so now I have my 2 eyes. So you can put them however you want on your paper. Now at your desks, you guys will have a big bin of paper that has a ton of different scrap papers that you can use for your mouth, your nose, glasses, eyelids, eyebrows, whatever you want, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to glue these down. You guys should have some glue sticks at your table, all right? Please remember you don't need to scroll it all the way up. You just scroll it just a little bit and I'm gonna add it right on. All right, so I've got this. And I always love to turn my paper over and rub my paper to make sure that it really sticks. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna grab my oil pastels out again and I am going to draw some cool, crazy eyes. I love this blue color. So I think I'm gonna do an eyelid and I'm gonna draw mine, but you can always use that construction paper at your table to make an eyelid. So I'm gonna have one have an eyelid and one not have an eyelid. Okay, and then I'm gonna make one eyeball nice and pink. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. And then one eye purple. That's awesome. Now I don't have a black in mine, so I'm just gonna use a dark blue for the pupil. Okay, and you can add eyelashes. Maybe I'll take some, yellow's a little light. Maybe I'll take some of that dark blue again and add eyelashes. Okay, but now I'm gonna grab some construction paper so that I can do the mouth and the nose. All right, so now I have some scrap papers. You guys will have these again in your bucket at your table, and you can, I'm gonna use them for my lips, okay? My lips and my eyebrows maybe. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna start with a pencil, and you can make your lips any shape that you want. I really like the hearts that I have here, so I'm gonna kind of make my lips look a little like hearts, okay? And I am going to cut them out. And you could even add a smile in here. You could add some teeth. You can make this however you want to make this, okay? So I'm gonna glue this down. And then I kind of like that idea of teeth. So I'm gonna grab my scrap paper that I have, and I'm just gonna cut out some funny looking teeth. And I'm just gonna glue them. Oh yeah, that's looking great. All right, so I got some crazy teeth. I've got some crazy eyes. Maybe I do some eyebrows. So I'm gonna use blue for that. And I'm just gonna make a little arch. Then I'm gonna make it skinnier. So maybe I keep this one as a big eyebrow. And then this tiny one for a thinner eyebrow. Now that's the great thing about these boys and girls is they can be silly. They can be silly and kooky, and that's what makes it so much fun. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add emphasis. Emphasis is a principle of design, and I'm gonna use my oil pastels again. And I'm just gonna kind of make things stand out a little bit more. So maybe I take my orange and I just really go around my eyeballs and wherever there's another line, and just kind of add some dimension. But I'm gonna use orange for that one, and for this one, I think I'm gonna use green. All right. See how much of a difference that makes? Makes all the difference. And maybe I add some green there too. Maybe for my lips, I add some purple. You could even go in there and add a line for your lips. Go around your teeth. Now you don't have to add teeth. That was just my little extra detail. You could add a full smile. You could add the mouth wide open. Make it how you want to make it. I'm gonna take some yellow now and go around this. Maybe I add some little polka dots in this eyebrow. Perfect. All right, so now I think my monster is done. Now you can add a nose if you want to. I think if I was to add a nose, it would just be like a little blue one with some polka dots. All right, but you can make it how you want. Have fun with this, boys and girls, but please, please remember, when you clean up, put your oil pastels back in your case and back in the box. Please do not share supplies. You each should have your own carrier, okay? So please keep everything nice and neat for me, so when I get back, it's all beautiful. And make sure oil pastels, your scissors, pencils, glue stick, all go back in your carriers to make it look nice and neat. And make sure all your scraps go in the recycle bin. Now, if it's really cut out like this and you can't really use it, that goes in the recycle bin. But if you have a big section like this, don't throw this away. This could definitely be used by someone else for their lips or their eyebrows or their nose. So have fun with these. I cannot wait to see them when I return. Have so much fun, and I'll see you guys soon.